Warchant.com here with Rivals 100 wide receiver John Dunmore here at the 5-Star Challenge. I guess first off, tell me what it's like to be here, John.
It's a great experience, a fun experience also, getting to be with, some cool players.
Right. Mentioned we watched you picked up different hats. I think I saw you pick up a Florida State hat and then the Penn State hat and the Auburn hat and took pictures with those. Are those the teams that are up there for you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. They're pretty much up there.
Okay, so those are the teams you're kind of, you know a lot. What do you like so much about those three teams? I guess talk about those three.
Great schools, great people there, coaches that could develop me there also. And, yeah.
Now you said decision. You talked to me about that. It could be, I guess, any time. But, do you have a time frame or is it kind of just play it by ear?
The time frame is before the season. So, yeah, I don't really much have a set date.
Right. But you're still going to take official visits after that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you think that might impact your decision again to make another one?
Could be. Depending on how I feel, it's just a feeling.
Now you told me you purposely made sure that FSU was the last visit, official visit. Tell me why that is, and just I guess talk about the Seminoles and what you like about them.
Growing up, it was my dream school, so I always had love for them. Also, I plan on making them my last official visit because, just the atmosphere, getting my family out there, my mom out there to see the stadium rock. So.
How often do you still talk to them, John? Is the relationship pretty consistent?
Yes, like every week.
Every week?
Yeah.
I'm sure you talked to Coach Kelly. He's been your go-to guy. What's so good about David Kelly?
Cool guy. He's a real funny dude, about his business.
Yeah. What makes you mentioned you could relate more to him, and just there's something about him. What has made that relationship so strong with you guys? Is it him being real, or is it something that he said?
Just being real, because I'm a real person. I want, guys to keep it real with me. So that's very key. It's very key to me.
Right. You mentioned Auburn and Penn State being up there, and everyone's confused. Like, oh, is it just those two teams, or does it just mean? Did it just mean at that time? What did you mean by that when you just said those two teams were up there?
I was just saying, just talking about like the two schools that I'm liking. And just
subject to change.
Yeah. I was just froze at me.
Yeah. What schools are up for that? Other official visit. Since you've used three, FSU would obviously be four, even though it's the last one. But who's up there for consideration?
Ohio State for sure.
Okay. What about Florida?
And it'll probably be Ohio State, or I've been to Florida so much. It's like I don't really want to waste the official there because it's like down the street. It's literally like down the street.
Right.
So it'll be Ohio State or probably just something like probably a school just far just to get away.
Okay.
Like a waste official.
Yeah. Well, tell me about Coach Taggart. Has he lived up to the dream school hype for you as far as how much you like them? Do you like them even more now with him there?
Yes, sir.
What is it about Coach Taggart?
He's also a funny dude. They're all the same person every time I go up there. Very real dude. So,
how big is it going to be? These new teams that have new coaches for you to watch them in action. Is that going to impact kind of the school you pick?
This is definitely going to be exciting. Interesting to watch. So
that would be very impactful in your decision.
Yes.
What do you want to look for in each school with these new teams that you haven't seen before? That have new coaches.
I want to see the swag. I want to see the domination, the swag. That's basically it.
How'd that come about, man? How you hanging out with Coach Cinco and Antonio Brown?
It's very good. They're great people, great mentors to me. So,
did you just emulate them by watching them on TV, or actually working out with them?
No, like actually working
out with
them.
How did that come about?
When I was at the Rivals region camp in Miami, Ocho Cinco was there. Right. So, I performed there, made a one-hand catch. He was right there. So he was just giving me knowledge then ended up just working out with him. And then my trainer actually trained AB and Ocho Cinco and more NFL stars. So yeah, so all of that, you know, and Stephon Diggs also. So training with them guys makes me like, you know, want to do the things they do, running my routes, Chris, just like them.
Did it help you out more physically or mentally to be able to hang out with those kind of guys?
Both, because it's with Tony Brown also works out in the weight room. So, yeah.
He's the guy that went to, like, what, Western Michigan or Central Michigan?
Central Michigan.
I mean, does he talk to you about recruiting? Obviously, he didn't go through what you're going through.
You know, he just tells me like just to stay humble and grind. That's all. You just got to be greedy. That's all. So yeah, that's all I've been doing this off season. Just taking visits, practicing, and working out, getting my feet quicker, everything.
I know we're in the dead period right now. After that, do you have any official stuff for after the dead period or anything coming up towards the end of July or the rest of the summer visit-wise?
I plan on taking the rest of my officials during the season. Yeah, so right now I'm done. I'm done with officials.
Any dates set for the season or any dates already locked in?
No, sir, not yet.
Okay. How many schools look definitely good? Is there any schools on your list right now you know, hey, they'll definitely get official in the fall?
Florida State is one of them. I don't really know the other.
Do you prefer to do the visits during the season to go witness the game actually on campus?
Yes. That's what I was planning on doing.
I was thinking about this in the car. I mean, like, I guess you're going to be around the team during a game. Like, if I was a fan, I'd want to go and see, like, visit during a game. But, like, is there anything to gain if you were to visit campus during the summer when it's just nothing but just schoolwork and you can actually sit down with the coach and they don't have to game plan and worry about a game?
Yeah. In the summer, it's kind of like no one there is there, everyone is gone. So it's just basically players, I think, that are in school or.
Would that give you like a better feel, you don't think, for?
Yeah, because it is. I mean, it's pros and cons to it because, you know, that's the real deal. Like if I was a student athlete at Florida State and I went and visited in the summer, that's how it would be. No one would be there. You know, it would be kind of dull, boring. But as for a game, you know, you still get a great experience. You get the atmosphere. So it's pros and cons to it.
How are things coming along with Florida State? I mean, we came down to visit you a few months ago, Michael Langston and myself.
Right.
Are the relationships still kind of building between you and that new staff?
Oh, yes, definitely. You know, it's been good. You know, we've been chit-chatting. I just talked to Coach Taggart yesterday, so, yeah.
Is that the school recruiting the hardest right now? Is there one school or two schools really pushing for you the hardest right now?
That's tough because all seven of my top 7 been recruiting me hard, so that's tough. But they definitely been recruiting me hard.
I know Florida's a school you're previously committed to. Just kind of update us with that, just as far as your contact with that staff, what their messages have been, and just kind of where Florida kind of stacks up with you right now.
They're just trying to get me back up for their Friday Night Lights, so that's their concern. That's their concern right now.
Are you going to that, or is it still kind of up in the air right now?
Yeah, it's still kind of up in the air, you know.
What's been their message to you overall? I know obviously it's a new staff. What have they been telling you? What's been their main recruiting pitch to you?
Just trying to get me back on board.
Yeah.
That's all. Just trying to get me back on board.
Gotcha.
Right. You gonna go to the Florida State cookout thing in July or whatever that's
28th, the 28th. Yeah. That's up in the air too. It depends on when I have practice, because I be having fall practice workout, so it depends.
Is that something the coach was pushing for when you spoke to him yesterday?
Yeah. Yes.
You gonna try to link up with Sam Howell at all? I mean, I know he's a quarterback.
Oh yes, I just seen him actually, so yeah, I'm definitely gonna try to link up with him.
I know we always ask you guys these questions, like, do you guys talk to each other about the recruiting process? But like, can you feel things out? I mean, you're gonna have to make the decision ultimately, but can you get an idea of what a school is like and the staff's like if you talk to one of the other guys that's also going through things?
Kind of. Because you have some guys that's going to be truthful, and you have some guys that just want to get you on board, just, you know, for the clout or for the name. So it just depends. Yeah.
When you hoping to wrap this up second time around? Obviously, you've already kind of been through as you made commitment before. This time around, when are you hoping to wrap everything up this time around? Are you going to take your time with this, or do you see yourself making a decision in the near future, or just kind of where you sit with that as far as decision time goes?
I've been thinking about making the decision either literally like before the season or at the opening. So when I get back home, I'll be talking to my mom about it.